And then in last year, what was last year? 2022. When my child died in 2019, my grandmother, my mother, I always like to put that emphasis that she's my mother, because she is. She passes on the year before I get out. On 2019, my son dies. 2021, my mother dies. I'm in prison. I know a lot of people have experienced that, but some have experienced it with close relatives. Only a few of us have experienced it with a son. When you're a parent and you have to bury your son, it's detrimental to your brains, to your system, to your life, to everything. But worst of all, when you're a parent and you are jailed and you have to go and bury your son and do nothing. And then your mother dies, the one registered as a next of kin. When I tell you prison officials are cruel, they are cruel in all manner of things you can think of. They would kill somebody and actually suppress that matter, not to be exacerbated or purported in the media. And tomorrow they stand there and tell you, no, we got prison, people are getting rehabilitated, we offer this program, this and that, when they're doing actually nothing. Now your mother dies, you're in jail, and you can't go and bury them. They're in hospital for a month. They can't speak because of the ailment that, or the sickness or whatever thing that has got them. They can't speak. You want to speak to them. You speak to them on the phone, and then the other person tells you, when you say hello, she's smiling. When you say you love her, she's smiling. When you tell her to move her fingers, she does, but when everyone else comes and tell her that, she doesn't. And the only thing you want to do is to go to tell your granny, I'm here, it's me. I want us to pray together. That's what you want to do for your mother. But the prison tells you, you can't go there. The next of kin that is registered on your books as the DCS, that this is the only person that has my back. This is the only person you call in times of emergency with regards to me. Whether I die, whether I'm in my health is in jeopardy, you call this person. This is my next of kin, registered with the system of the correctional service. That gives me the right that when they are on a deathbed, I should be there. But no. It gives me the right that when they die, I should go and bury them, but no. I have to explain myself who this person is. I tell them who they are. They see the books, but they still say no. I ask this guy on personal level, so you're saying I'm not going to bury my mother? And then he says no. You know what happened to that guy? That guy denies me this week to go and bury my mother. Next week, his wife got raped by a white inmate because he works in another block. What's that? Medium C. This is where I am. I'm housed in Medium C. Now there are people who are housed in Medium A. Then in Medium A, a facility where people go to work and do this and do this, there's movement of everything there with inmates and guards. They are working, they're doing this and that and that and that and skills. His wife gets raped, strangled and killed. I won't say it's my heart, but I would say, why just when he had denied me to go and bury my mother? Why does that happen? I don't want to say God. God doesn't kill people. You understand? But I'm trying to bring this so that you are able to comprehend it. You understand? That actually angers me. That's if there was something that actually agitated me to the point of no return, that was the main thing, because the guy said it blatant into my face and said, nah, I don't want to let you go. My grandmother dies. The only person that is my main pillar, that after God, I would say on earth, I have my mother, who is my grandmother. I apply. I follow every process. So I get agitated because this system has failed many of us, not only I, but for me, in my own capacity, it has failed me dismally when it denied me the access to my child at the hospital, the access of my mother at the hospital, and the burial. I couldn't go and bury her. I come out of jail last year, April, it was on the 20th when I was at home. No one welcoming. What I found there was just my little brother. He's got a problem with drugs as well. He's addicted to drugs. I find that guy. People know that I'm coming today. I just find this guy. No, not that one. That one is at work at the time. I'm trying to paint you a picture and tell you a story about that. I think we will be concluding after that. But I find this guy here. These people know I'm coming. But why can't they actually just be here, just to see I'm coming? Okay, I understand me and my mother never had a relationship since birth, because I wouldn't want to give her flowers and say, hey, we did have a relationship at some point. We never had. Now, I'm here. This little brother whom I took to school is at work. He could have asked, hey, can I go out early, this and that and that and that, whatever reasons. You understand? Okay, I understand my son went to work, but he's coming, but he's only coming back at 11 at night. And then you come back to that. No food prepared. If I didn't take a cow train and go to eat wherever I went to eat and then came back to the house, it simply means I wouldn't have had dinner because there was nothing cooked, nothing prepared. You come from jail, you come to that. You have your own money, the little that you have, your pocket money. And then you come into the house. That's the setup. No one else. What would I say to my little brother? Because he was a little baby and he never visited me in prison except one time. He doesn't know me. What would I say to him? Hi, how are you? Sharp. All right, I sharp, me sharp. Okay, come back. I come before God. I will never have to further the conversation because he has to tell me something. He doesn't go to school anymore. Where do I start the subject? Why don't you go to school? I'm not coming here to investigate on people's lives. I'm not coming here to bug people from their comfort zone, which is something that everybody anticipates from you when you're coming from jail. That, this one is coming, who's slope. I understand. Now, fast forward, the other one comes in the very same night, this little brother of mine. Then he picks up a phone, he calls his mother. You put to call. What does it mean? It was a weekend. That's his mother. A mother, they say, she's biological to me. Ngizobona weekend ngizobona ukuthi ngenze kanjani. Ngizoza. Come weekend, people can speak. She's there. They all there. Hi. Like they can't speak about anything that occurred. How did my mother get sick in the first place? No one says anything. I couldn't put money in any account because of the police took my ID. I couldn't open a bank account. I couldn't do anything when I was incarcerated with regards to the ID thing or whatever needed an ID. Now, it's a family seated. You're coming from jail. You are here. Now you're expecting that the adult person is here. There will be something that might happen. Nothing. The cooking is just normal. They don't even ask you what would you like to eat. They just cook whatever they want to cook. They assume that maybe you are crazy when you say don't consume animal flesh. Awudli inyama, yo. Yeah, you understand? This is your mother, by the way, you are told. This is your blood brother. And this other one is your blood brother. Your sons woke up and went to work. Because it's in a job where you can't even ask for a day off because the father this and that and that. Because people are not honest about their lives. And you are facing that, you are coming from jail. Now, I don't want to lie to you. Mangbuya imali ibank ini nani bank account eOlid lam akunanto umuntu ongitshela anything ngalokho akunamuntu onginika anything. And this little brother knows that I was putting money away with my grandmother inside a bank account. This little brother ngisejele bekacela imali kimi ukuthi ngimsize aluze umsebenzi antshontshile e-airport. Now I say, so utheni uMangcobo, because my grandmother was referred to that as uMangcobo. So what did my grandmother say? What happened? I need to ask that. He passed on. She was sick. We went to hospital. Like, it's all in paraphrases. It's in summary. You understand? Now, I want nitty-gritty because I'm family. I need to know she got sick, this was happening, that, like in detail, where she was buried, we will go there this day, which is normal, by the way. So, somebody ukhona ubuya ejele nimnikeza nje whatever vague attention that you would want to give to them. And then that's it. We understand. Now, you are like, your family, you question what you have questioned before. What you have concluded about, you question again and re-unleash or reopen the wounds and then also seal the wounds and bandage them again and then let them recuperate. Ngesikhathi esiyi-1 kuleyo moment leyo, you just war with your feelings. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to react. As you saw, you picking me up a rank, ne? I have this friend who's Augusta in Georgia. They sent me $50. It was in June. They sent me $50. June last year. I use what I can use ukuthenga toilet and a few vegetables. And then kwasala 630. Now this is a true story. Kwasala 630. Ngayothenga muffin mix, muffins ready mix. Nebisi, namaqanda, ne oil. That's what's required for you to actually cook muffins or bake. You understand? So now, ngithatha leyo mali ngiyothenga lezinto ngiyabuya nazo, and then I'm telling them I'm going to start baking and selling. The family, whoever is there, everybody was there. And like, hi, just like that. Just like that. You understand? So, ngiyayithatha le 630 ngiyobhaya ama-flour, lawo mabheka nyana ngiyahlanganisa, ngiyabheka. Ngiyavaya ngiyoma erenkini ne-10 liter. Ayigcwalanga le vanilla flavor, ayigcwalanga le chocolate flavor. Ngiyabuya azikho empty, but a few things are bought. But I can tell you now, within a week's time, bese ngine clientele abantu abadlula ku-8, so which means amabhakethi wami azinokusala na 12 vanilla or 8 vanilla flavor and chocolate muffins is a 8 or is a 10. You understand? Then grow and build the clientele, breed the clientele, ngithola itafula. Actually, my son buys me that table. High timer, tafula. ngithola amabhini a1 is 250 leya size leyo hlala ungibona ngiphethe lapha. But ngithola ibhini encane e90 liters it's 149. Ngibhaya yona kuqala ngifaka le mix yami kwelinye side ngipheka kahle i-chocolate kwelinye side ngipheka kahle i-vanilla. Ngiyabhayisa kunasalayo ngiyome egedini istrata side main road la ngihlala khona ngiyome egedini mangisuka erank ngihlale lapha egedini lokho ngitshopela endlini baloko badlula bathenga sometimes ayaphela sometimes awapheli but I don't repeat i-product because ngiyahamba ngiyostocka futhi ngibheke futhi ngibuyisele futhi ngihambe futhi until ngize ngiyobheka eAlex. eAlex ngoba ngiyabona ukuthi electricity lapha yana siyakwazi ukuthi at least bayibuy beningi accesseka kune oven esharp very quicker akusileyo ukuthi you open the top part it burns the upper part bottom part it cooks the other part na leyana it's a thermo whatever thing it's called with that name but it uses that system you blow the heat around and it cooks the whole thing. You understand? And ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngifake 2 yamapani ngathenga i-oven enye second hand after buying 2 beans a1 a250 a1 a149 and then ngithenga i-oven second hand sayithola nge-1500 from those proceeds zaleyo nto leyo ngazama ngathi I can't say I'm earning a living. Ngathenga enye ibhini amanye amabhini anyathelwa imoto ecar wash I had to buy another bin ugcwalisela kule 1 esele ngabhaya le 1 ngabuye ngabhaya enye futhi ngaba na 3 bins njengoba uhlala wabona nginamanye ayi2 amancane but le 1 ayisekho kusele 1 a1 bayintshontshe kusele 1 I can't feel it I can't produce anything to fill the smaller nyana one. Good difficult whether we attend or awuthandi good difficult to start a business from the scratch but is it doable? Yes, but it takes a lot of time. You want to access monies bakutshela ngama criminal record you want to go to NYDA ukuthi bafande it only focuses on youth yabo ephelela ku 35. You go to other facilities until manje of recent ngiye kwi National Empowerment Fund SN10 mangifika banginikela inye iphepha banginikeza amanye amaphepha bathi iza ne comprehensive business plan. I'm practically selling cakes. I can tell you where I want to go and I can tell you how much I spend on this. You want me to put something educated on paper. Angina computer mina number 1. Yokuthi ngizoyenza leza zinto. I-business plan lo khuluma ngayo lento engifuna ukuyenza. Mangathi ngiyayenza ngizoyenza ama pages ayi29. Wonka costly kimi or azoba 18 mangabe ngiyayisummarize ngizowathatha phi mina la ngoba fanele lento abangidemanda yona ngoba bafunda anything from 250 to 72 million that's what is inscribed on their pamphlets so fanele ngidetail everything I must go to the buyer to the sellers the machinery ngizoyithatha phi inyuku yokuya lapho because manga infringe istoko sami lesi manje singinika itoiletry esinginika igawulo ngikhuluma ngezinto ezipractical la ngizo accessa kanjani le information yonke engiyifuna mangathi ngiyayigugula ngizoyithatha phi yona leyo mali yokuthi ngikwazi ukugugula those things because some sites you open this you have to open another page and that kunini kumanje sikhuluma so ngiphethe ifone akuna ne data ngilinde kushawa 12 wasebusuku so that ngizokwazi uaccessa the night data bese khani ngikwazi ukwenza izinto ngaleso sikhathi ngiphethe ubuthongo ngikhathele bengithengisa bengenzani the whole day ngivuka ngo3 each and every day no mistake 2:45 I'm up ukuthi ngo-4 kumele ngibe sendleleni 4:30 kumele ngiye rank ngiyothengisa. I am not only showing a willingness to improve on izinto ezipositive. I'm practically doing that. Angidingi umuntu osympathizayo because ama-sympathizers abo Hashem. Ngifuna umuntu o-empathizayo usifake ezicathulweni zami uyabona ukuthi lo muntu lo ngamsiza kanjani. If I have to repay you back, uyayifaka leyo condition. You understand? I don't need all these things. Let's manje take this drastic measure to do that. These things are complicated and they stymie people's progress from them earning a living. Babuye jele, bez rehabilitated bona self when a prison has actually failed many to rehabilitate. That's why I see a problem here, recidivism. Because you try something now, the prison has no mechanism of enhancing small businesses. I initiate ama inmates. You understand? So how then do you actually grow from nothing? We actually 12 years absence from life is not a child's play. You're actually like a virgin in life. You don't know anything. So you have to break ubu virgin. We as break away. And then now you start saying, okay, this is the jungle. I maneuver, but you've got baby teeth. You're actually a lion cub. You're not actually a lion. But you're maneuvering already. So I know ukuthi sinako konke izisho zabantu umuntu ngabantu. People can help you. People need to talk. People say that we need to speak about these things. When men commit suicide, when men are not really taught to be men, when children are not taught to be men, when we can do these things, but asna imali. I mean, I can talk to young boys. I can train up young boys. I raise my children from the phone in prison. Not even one of them takes drugs. Not even one of them can insult you. That's how I've instilled immorality kubo. That's how I've raised them. Yes, cellular phone ejele, which some people consider a luxury. But kulento engiyenzayo engizama imizamo yami. Ngidepende kulokho. Ngifuna ukutshela something. Kule mali engingayazi yephi lebe ngigcina. Mina ngizovuka nini ngizovuka kanjani ngingatholi support from ifamily yami. You understand? I'm not complaining, but I'm venting. Ukuventa doesn't necessarily mean ukuthi the ability that I have now, anginaso staying power so I will eventually go to crime. No, I won't do crime. I won't do crime. Ama-sympathizers angiwadingi. I will never do crime. Do I need support? I just need funding. Ukuthi ngikwazi ukwenza lento le. This is just a stepping stone for me. I've got bigger dreams. Lezi engizaziyo ukuthi they are tangible, they are practical, they are achievable. I've got bigger dreams. Ukuba property magnate for me, it's not a dream deferred. It's not a dream lost. It's a dream engiyaziyo ukuthi as soon as this one takes off, I'm building on that one. And it won't take me. Like if bengiba practical now, there were times when somebody would ask a question random on Twitter, would say, how much would you need to go to a grand life in? Bengibhala exactly ngithi ngifuni 177,000 because ngazi ukuthi hayi ngifuni iveni nyana lelizongithatha lingibeke, you know, for kusuka la ngiyele ngifuna nje intonyana ezongenzela istoko bese ngithathele lenye imali ngithenga imachinery then ngithathele enye ngiyibeke for a moment whilst I observe ukuthi sikhula kanjani la, because all they need zonke lezi zinto lezi i-effort yami. Ngaba nalezi zinto wagoqa izandla, they won't bring you wealth. You understand? But ngifuna into ezincane, minor things. Ekhaya kulamalanga kusafana nakudala, i-vehicle ukuthi uyithole, it's small change. I-machinery ye-bakery, i-oven nyane 29,000. Ifaka amapana ay-9. Mangifaka so 20 minutes, even if there's a load shedding problem, if I use that oven for 20 minutes, simply 20 minutes. Mangathiwa manje I have a business plan yokufaka ama-truck into mining. I have a channel yokufaka ama-truck, but I can't have anyone buy me a truck because I can't depend on people. But who's builder from this? I know it will take longer, but I've started. While abantu abathi bayafunda ngoba this National Empowerment Fund, it's actually a loan because you need to repay that. It's a government entity, but you need to repay those monies. And I've got this connection, I want a truck so that I put it in. They can't. They would want it on paper. I understand. I'm working on agreement. If you never could see it down on paper, you will bring this business plan. But the channels they use in funding people. I've knocked on many doors, including banks. I put my bank establishments. I don't even want to mention those. I put my money there, but they don't help. One important aspect engiyifundile genuinely, it's to be meek. Meekness doesn't mean you can't be firm, but it's to be meek. When you are meek, a life on any aspect of your life, kuba ne progress no matter how little. Number one, ukwenza crime, you are doing acts, atrocious acts on another human being. Now you finding time to actually ruminate about your previous acts as a crime. It gives you that thing of understanding ukuthi, had you approached life in a humble manner, you would have seen the value of another person, and infringing pain on them wouldn't have been an option, no matter what were your conditions. But going and asking, it's another thing engiyifundile. Ukucela not kokucela ukuthi ngicela ungisize ngemali, ngicela ukucela koku-understanda ukuthi on every aspect of life you can say, excuse me, please pass me that thing, which is something I didn't know before. Maybe an element that propelled indaba yokuthathela abantu forcefully izinto zabo. You understand? So life has taught me that when one is down and is shattered, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of things. It is actually a stepping stone, but depending on whether you want to rise or not, or stay down. Life has taught me that women, even before I respected women, but I've come to see that glaringly and more vividly now, Uti. All these things that I've experienced in life, they taught me about the importance of women and understanding kutabafas from their standpoint in the way how they tackle things in their different methods and in their different characters. It calls for men like me and you to come to the conclusion yokuthi understand these people to be a people abangakusiza, because mina my life, for it to be what it is, bekunganababa. Maybe in narrating this when we spoke, I'm calling a biological father, but I speak about other fathers, because when I grew among my peers, we became fathers of our own. We became, by just observing other people around the community, then we thought the father is this, the father is that, the father is. Now putting together those pieces of a puzzle, the women also helped to shape lo ongzele ungilethe emhlabeni. I'm so grateful for that. Laba abanginecharile until mhlambe leyo maturity nyana yokwazi ukuthi ngibe independent from them, I'm so much grateful for it. I learned the value of a woman ngoba ngiphile naba ngikhuliswe abafazi isandla sam. or isandla esikhulise mina esivela ngapha kubafazi as opposed to lesi esivela ngapha kumadoda. Emadodeni, I only knew ukuthi in life as a man, you do take a beating. And you must take a beating, but you must be responsible ngaso sonke isikhathi. My experiences have never taught me anything beyond ukuba humble, ukuforgive, ne-understanding of the women species. Hayi lama understanding adoma, hayi abasadi barata ing, abafazi bathanda lokhu, abafazi bafuna ubaphathe kanje. The understanding of the nature of women, that they are able to give care. They are able to harness fragile stuffs until those things, they reach immaturity. The understanding of that, if there's no woman in raising a child, ingafaila leyo process. Angikhulumi ngokuthi ngikhuluma ngosana. There are men who are saying, I'm raising my own child, but did they start from the child's infancy to raise that child? I don't think many started there. So, abafazi banale capability, ne ability yokuharnessa and treasure and care and give a certain attention undivided to other humans. I know it would not be obvious to others mhlambe who have suffered detrimental things from abafazi, but if you look back to where it all began, you will know that before you suffered that, it actually started well somewhere. Yeah, understand? So, forgiveness, meekness, the women aspect, and that you fall as a man, you wake up and become responsible. Life teach you those things. The other aspects that are attached to that. Yeah, I think that I would like. I think we spoke about a lot of things. So what I would love to expound on, ukuthi as human beings, one thing ekufanele siyithathe serious siyabantu, it's the fact that we can't be dependent on people we've hired. Let me explain that. You elect a government to put them in power, and then you turn around, you depend on that. It's like someone who's building an idol, and they turn around, they are a creator of this idol, but they turn around and worship the idol. So I wish people could shy away from giving their independence to someone who will trample upon it as pigs will trample upon pearls. So ngathi banga stika understanding independence, ne individualism, ne liberty ye conscience, and then ne liberty ye religion. Why? These are freedoms that allow you they allow you to exist in the sphere that is open for human life to exist without anything that actually stymies you to not grow fully or develop fully to what you need to be as a human being. Ngizama ukuthi abantu abaningi, they are held back by these smaller things that they believe they can't do because of a certain somebody holds power against them, when in actual fact everyone is independent from anyone. I do have to come to a point where I am thankful, very grateful for this opportunity. This is therapeutic for me. I've never went to a shrink. I've never had opportunity to talk to anybody who would give me attention as you do. You understand that? So I've always been my own shrink. I've always been my own thing, except when I speak to Jesus Christ. But la emhlabeni, I never had a pillow to lay my head on in terms of things that excite me, things that make me happy, things that fulfill me, in terms of things that frustrate me and things that hurt me and troubles and everything. But I feel now I've spoken a lot of things with you that actually, though it's a certain part of my life, but that actually mattered to me to be able to speak them to anyone else. So for when ungacabanga ukuthi wenza i-content, when ungacabanga ukuthi you helping people tell their stories, but it's beyond telling the story. It's therapeutic, young healer. When in actual fact I have been my own doctor, ukuthi mina I can stand everything. I've been a Rambo from the word go. Anyway, I'm inspired. I take things kanje, and then I'm the cause of my life as it is, and I can change it as I please. That has always been a mantra that actually make me look at situations in a different way. But this one, it has almost overshadowed, or should I say overcast, that mantra to a point of which I understand the importance of speaking to someone who has time to listen to you. You understand? So I really appreciate that. I understand. So ngiyabonga bhuti wami for the time and everything else.